Yes, what's going on, world? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, at Don't Flop on the Twitter, at Twitter on the Twitter. Don't flop all fucking day. Marky, make some noise! Let's go! Don'tFlop.com, Don't Flop all fucking day. We're here. Don't Flop East, volume number 2. It's been over a year since we've been back in Norwich. Tonight, the Don't Gas crew on stage with Predator. This is the daytime battle event. This is the 6th and final battle on the card today. Please log on to the forum, don'tflop.com/forum. This was going to be video judged, but both MCs decided they wanted it judged right now by the MCs in the building. Obviously, no Don't Gas members judging this battle. Okay, main event of the day, on the right-hand side, been in Don't Flop since the very beginning and hardly ever battled in his hometown. SENSA, make some noise! On the left-hand side, in one of his first ever main events, I'm sure it's the first of many, from West Yorkshire, Dub White, Leeds City, Don't Gas crew. Right, this is it. Main event, Don't Flop East volume number 2. Shouts to the marquee, shouts to everybody on the staff, shouts to all the fans that hung around all day. Been absolutely fucking brilliant. They chose off camera. Dialect was cool, we're going first. SENSA wanted that as well. So it's round number 1, East volume 2. Dialect, let's go.
Alright. Over the years, I've come across a lot of men. Some that thought they were on it, hench, and chill with solid friends who thought they were sick because they were shot in pen and popping chains. So now Er's giving me this cocky play. Mister, I think I can say what the fuck I like with no consequence. Well, real talk, you better watch your step. Because if you want to chat shit about my little daughter, I swear I've got family that bits that'll grab the stick that could spit and scorch you. And then after, I'll grab your missing 4 stick on the paw, beach out of flipping boredom. Then after my balls jizz, I'll pour tins of petrol on the floor, bitch, and it'll be so sick. The way I freaking torture. Right, so why the fuck have you called me out on some begging tip? You probably saw a black man was doing well for himself and said, colours weren't meant for this. I'm perplexed a bit, because I've got no dead relatives or disabled people in my family yet to take the piss. And seeing as that's all that SENSA spits, I was wondering how the fuck would he prep for this? Well, he could talk about the fact it wasn't deal or no deal and came across like a friendly bitch. Or the fact I never do a life because a battle rapper gave a guy the penny kiss. But that's some petty shit, because I'm still more the man than this pussy hole's ever been. And why are you always bragging about the fact that you've worked and fed a kid when your child probably belongs to one of your suburban relatives? And real talk, I'll stop acting like I'm hench and tick when you decide to do something about those lengthy ticks. Because if you can't work out that I'm firing like November 5th, you will never get figures. Why? Because I was one of the best spitters when I entered this. But I have to admit, when it comes to Don't Flop, there's loads that rate you. But nowadays, the reason why no one's grateful is because as Don't Flop's gaining the fans and making the cash, you fail to adapt like a broken cable. But it makes sense. So let me use my senses. I can see that you've been a vet for enough years, but I've got a feeling you ain't touching this, so let me make stuff clear. You're about to taste defeat, because I can smell no fear, so I sense he knows that I'm the best one here. So just to finish my rhymes off, I've got no interest in your lines done, because if you ain't battling, you're either grave digging, fucking your family members, or molesting your livestock, so that's time. What?
See ya! Yo, chill. SENSA round 1, let's go, man.
I don't quite see what you were thinking, mate, when you prepared them bars. You said my mum's tits are saggies, your African mum never wears a bra. Now look, you've been on Deal or No Deal. Yeah. So for you to now not do more game shows, you would have to be done. You should go on Ready Steady Cook, mate, because I'm sure they'd give special treatment to Ainsley Harriet's son. You ain't on this level, Pete. See, look. Delia Smith cooking chicken is like your sister. Perfect breasts. I bet your man them are starting to question whether or not you deserve respect. Because you ain't murking heads all in the turf, you rep, you use deal or no deal to earn a check. Now they're thinking you ain't one of the worst to test because you travelled across the country like a Virgin jet so you can battle a white boy that works in net. He's masculine. So some people might say I should never attack him. In the gym when he stops, I bet that they clap him. You should go to the market, rude boy. There's a stall I know that will get you adrenaline stacking because they've got every size, shape and colour of earring you could ever imagine. But you are pretty hench. So garages could really put you up onto their flyers. Because you look like the Michelin Man if the Michelin Man was the same colour as the tyres. Now, on your wedding day, you will have a Jamaican slice as your wedding cake. Nah, you're marrying a bitch. And soon she'll be your wife. I'll storm the wedding in a Jason mask, stake her heart, start moving with the knife, shut up your dad's Jamaican laugh, break the cake in half. But what's amusing to me, right, is that just before it started, the vicar moved him to the side and said, it ain't that usual that you find that the groom is wearing more jewellery than the bride. No, it ain't because of your hard man act. I find it funny that your name is Marcus Freckleton. It's because you've got a face that you'd never be able to see a freckle on.
Racial.
Now, Earth said, event in Norwich, would you battle Dialect? When I was rapping and having a reefer, told him I'd gladly and happily beat you for you. This battle is actually deeper. Facing me has you the happiest geezer. That is a fact that this match has me grabbing, because me having been in a headline battle is standard procedure. Now they say black people like chicken. So if your sister wants that white meat, she can open her mouth. You did deal or no deal, bruv, I know that you're proud, but she don't need to put on a house party for me to be going around. She'll be like Noel Edmonds, because she'll have a blobby motherfucker going ham all over her house.
Right. Yeah, fair enough I went on deal or no deal, but why you trying to diss me, man? And I don't understand why you got me battling with these man when I went on TV, dropped to 16, I got 16 grand. Right, well, for years I've been looking for a guy that could challenge Marcus. A relentless battler and a rabid barsmith. So why when I never chat and start shit has given me Alan Partridge? And what's more weird, this tall queer's been pregnant for 4 years. But easy now, it don't matter, because I'll make you flee for miles like Mo Farah. And if you don't lose weight, I know you'll change when I pull your fetus out with a coat hanger. But fuck messing around, because I'm here to clash sense. The fat mess who rah-rah me out his face because he doesn't like blackheads. I know it's been done before, but let's go to the past tense and talk about the most fucked up thing this man said. You're in beef for the fact that in a battle you thought you could mention Reese for a laugh. But it wouldn't be so funny if Reese's dad was to sneak in your gaff, run up to the sofa and put the piece to your last. And as the anger builds up inside, he starts proceeding to blast, and your wife, it can do nothing but scream while he laughs. And then he goes upstairs with a piece of the glass, squeezing it so tight that he bleeds from his hands. Then he kicks down the door, wraps the kids in the sheets, and as he seamlessly stabs, he leaves the three of them to weep while they bleed on their back. Now, real talk, now I never wish that on your family, because that's just even and bad. But for the simple fact you constructed a punchline when it came to the crunch time about Reese and a clash, it really made it hard for me to believe that you're a dad. Well, now I know that scheme seemed pretty low down, but I'm sick of this prick acting like he's sick in his hometown. Especially when it came to Leeds and the bouncers heard him naming Reese and they wanted to rip his throat out. So then guess what happened to Mr. I do kickboxing and stand my own ground? He hid from the bouncers, got his hoodie up and casually strolled out. And that's the reason I don't understand your attitude. I thought you said you like battling the blackest dudes who make massive moves, so since I'm on the ball cooking up plans and yamming food, I guess I move like Delia Smith, so let's be having you. And you want to send for guys, I might just send for mine, and you guys will see SENSA dying when I put that thing in his mouth. No SENSA dying. SENSA time.
See, I was going to give her a big dat for respect, till I saw that Dialect wasn't here and they sent Skin from Skunk and Nancy instead. Either that or they somehow resurrected the Lighthouse family back from the dead. You are a distant relative to Papa Shango. It ain't exactly flawless when you're rapping that flow to dance your arms around like you're Ashley Banjo. Because you ain't got the bars, that's the real issue. He's a weapons trafficker. Because if them arms ain't moving, no one's dealing with you. Now look, I'm not a neurological doctor, but I'll try at it. Assessing a brain trauma victim's mind that is slowly re-recovering over time after slight damage. It's like you though, because after a course of speech therapy, I'd managed to come to the conclusion that if the dialect was strong, there'd be no need for the sign language. It's Dialect from Leeds. That big prick with a fast flow, get your ribs split with a rap ball, but the thing is when you rap ball, when you spit it with a fast flow, your voice is so shit. Well, it was bit with a rap ball. Your Leeds accent sounds worse than a dog barking with a broken back and electrodes on its scrotum sack. It's perfect that I use the analogy of a dog in that filler, because it's Leeds that holds you back. Now look.
Let's go.
As a son, we should be able to follow in the footsteps of our father and live our life with decency. Well, if you follow in the footsteps of your father, you'll conceivably end up being the same as him. A failed musician busking playing keyboard on the streets of Leeds. YouTube Cleve Freckleton, you'll see his dad playing keyboard with a mic in the other hand, singing, I see trees are green, without the help of a fucking band. See, having your dad as my dad is a thought that had me feeling pretty disgusting. Damn, because you got yourself the Leeds equivalent of Norwich's Puppet Man. Your father is a preacher, a disciple of the Jesus brand, who tried to sue Matt Groening for drawing him in The Simpsons with a saxophone when he and Lisa jammed. Your first rap name was Devilish, so your father viewed you as evil, fam. I bet he took you in the church, slowly outreached his hand and said you're gonna have to change your name, because you're the son of a preacher, man. Now your dad's harassing people with sermons, chasing them down the street like, tell me you have a plan for me, Jesus. Well, I'll go to Leeds, snap his keyboard and dismantle his speakers. Like, this is for every passerby you tried to grab as they see you. This is for every atheist who tried to have a believer see it. Might kill him off and steal the sun from his heart, but I fucking hate Manic Street preachers.
Final round, Dialect, let's go.
That last round was fucking rags. I know when it came to my family, you'd hold nothing back. But just remember, you're looking after two kids that are not yours because your wife's a fucking slag. Yo, now... Now, before this battle, people asked me, why would I want to fuck with a vet? Well, it's because I fear no man and only God could put me to rest. And I find it funny you called psychosis immature for the toys that you love to collect, when it was only 3 years ago you were still having problems with that monster under the bed. So come on, Sense, use your common sense before someone finds you with your throat slit on a Norwich bench. And I know you've got the ego of a man on anabolic steads, but you won't be acting so cocky when the shotty legs fly through your grandma's cottage fence. I mean, come on, Daniel, people want you dead. Including your kids because of the abuse you would give when you hopped in the bed and got them to spread. And I know your boy Definition thinks he's Gotham's defense, but if you want to start fights, I'll make sparks fly you with the Dark Knight when I swing a bat to your chest. And someone tell me why this prick's classed as a vet. Is it because he turned up to a load of battle events and fair enough smashed half of the cats in his step? Well, this guy's no Tony D, he ain't no champion effect, and you never once smashed the track or a set. So I guess that I have to avenge, and the battle of that clash for you then, because you're not on my caliber, man. I smacked you, my friend. Don't chat in the camera when I get back to the hench, because I battle you from and then go back to the end. On the high blows, with the right blow. So really, nigga, who told Cotton Eye Joe he could copy my flow? What you need to realize is, the one thing you need to realize is, You're just a fucking hypocrite on a shouting tip. You even tried telling DNA that it shouldn't rap about rounds and clips. But you've never lived a life where you've had to sell an ounce of piff to feed your fam or get pounds for it. And you've never been rushed by your rowdy clique who want your phone just so they can sell it for a brown and shit. So fair enough. Black people need to do more than chat about guns like they're proud of it. But if you're from Norwich and you've never been from the bits, how the fuck could you try to tell a black man how to live? Wow. Think about it, blood. So fair enough, Martin Luther King did have a dream, but so did your mum. And I'm sure it wasn't for a deadbeat son to become one of the most hated fat bastards in this rap battle league. Fair enough. And since you don't like gun bars, blood, I'm gonna test your blood, because I guarantee you won't be saying shit when I wet you up. Oh. Yo, blood, pass me the fucking thing.
Oh shit!
Yo, I got the
No. Yo, the crowd didn't react that much. But I thought that Batman bar was one of your hardest schemes. Well, fuck your Batman bar, you're only battling daylight because if that Dark Knight rises, you can't be seen. Look, your dialect is by far the worst thing about you. So the code as to why you named yourself after it, I don't think I can crack it. You being called dialect is like a coke dealer being called I hide my drugs inside my mattress. Or Suarez calling himself a dirty, diving, biting bastard. Now look, you tell me this guy from the north of Britain's got talent. With that accent you must be proper annoyed. Blind people there to hear you perform could have you on stage and they wouldn't turn around because of the voice. Now 4 years ago, he rapped on Westwood Show. They disappeared and nobody heard of this guy. Now he's on Don't Flop, but soon he'll vanish like a glacier surface of ice. So you might be adding colour to this right now, but no word of a lie. Soon you'll be washed out, because this ain't permanent dye. You are not a ganj pusher. You are just a mad woofter. You're nothing but a black poofter who stole his earrings from Pat Butcher. No, see, I just did a gay joke and it's like 2013, I feel a bit bad about it and shit, but when I seen you do him against Bowski, it quite honestly made me question this guy's qualities, and I thought being black would have given you more tolerance to minorities. But see, you said all that shit about I ain't never done it, I ain't never done shit, yeah? But you say that you're street like you need a knife for that pee. You a bleeder guy, think that me? I come from the east, so I don't see any beef or fights. But I have seen stabbing over green, suicide from speed, mixed with ease and life. My baby couldn't breathe when she was born. I screamed, and lucky she survived. So please stop being so weak and ignorant, please. I'm like Jesus Christ, just think of me, losing friends to greed. My baby struggling to breathe, here with me alive. Next time you see someone who ain't street, it doesn't mean they have an easy life. And you see, he'll keep saying that he's street, and it's the hood rats that surround you, yeah? But you have a daughter in that life, so it makes you sound impaired. Because when you won that 16 grand, you should have gone to a rehousing council fair, because if I was you and I won 16 grand, I'd have got my daughter the fuck out of there! Wow. Now look, you look like a generic gladiator contestant. And now doing a game show has become a big part of your life. So I'll make it a generation game as I count down your family's weakest links. Let's start with your father's demise. See, he's the size of a master chef, so could use through the keyhole surgery for his heart to survive. You must have met your bird on blind date. Being street puts her in jeopardy, so I'll mask up tonight, pick a match, strike it lucky, turn your house to Hell's Kitchen, then appear through the smoke like stars in their eyes, and cause a total wipeout of your family's fortunes as I catch more bodies than dancing on ice.
Old English, follow me into it, just Old English, just seen a crazy battle. I think in first round I definitely think Dialect took it. I think the whole colour men line was dope. I think he was directing what he was doing. I think he was picking on what SENSA does well. I think the suburban relatives line was dope. All of that. I thought like even the way he ended it with his gunny man, I killed it. I think SENSA Ainsley Harriet Parr, he was funny, he clowned him a bit, but I think it was a lot more like black jokes. And I think after a while, for me personally, that wears off. Second round, although I think he did bring it back, I thought he had more to say in the second round than Dialect did. So I'm gonna give him the second round. And then the third round, the choke affected it a bit, but I think the pack stuff was dope. It all sounded nice and well. I think the copy my flow half from Dialect was dope. The white slag that was all good, but I think in the end I think SENSA just said a bit more. So I'm giving first round Dialect, last round SENSA.
Yo, it's been follow me on Twitter. I've been in LDN. I just want SENSA and Dialect. Amazing battle, and actually probably one of the best battles of the year so far. So fucking close to cool. I'm gonna give it to SENSA. Third and first. On account of directness, like SENSA was more direct than Dialect a lot of the time. Like they both had heavy lines, but Dialect out punched him, but not out hit him. Like SENSA had bigger hitting lines a lot of the time. Such a hard battle. I'm gonna give second and third to SENSA, first to Dialect.
Yo, Bamalam, fucking add me on Twitter, Bamalam, DR, all that bullshit. I'm gonna break it down real quick. First round, like I just want to say, like it's rare to see someone match the intensity, like fucking of SENSA. Like so, it's good to see Dialect was actually kind of bullying SENSA in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So first round was a draw to me. In the second round, Dialect kind of dropped the ball when he took it back to some shit that SENSA's always getting brought up on saying. So he kind of lost it there when dying reckless. He had a really long scheme that didn't actually hit hard enough. So he lost the second. And then in the third, SENSA was just kind of on fire, like, and he just edged it out a lot stronger. But Dialect still had a strong round, but I'm going to give it to SENSA. Normally people say, oh, it was classic, it was classic. It was a fucking sick battle. There was a reason it was a main event, and it was the best battle of the day. Safe.
See what you're wearing, mate. I actually give it 3-0 to SENSA, but all of those 3 rounds were hella close. First round, Dialect had that SENSA scheme that was dope, and the color folk on Memphis that was dope, and his flow is crazy. He's got the best flow in the league. But SENSA got him. He missed the Blobby bar, the Michelin Man bar, the Ainsley Harriet bar. Done. First round SENSA. Second round, again Dialect had a dope bar and the SENSA dying stuff, and the whole thing about SENSA being the father. But SENSA brought it back. Fucking Lighthouse family. Ocean Drive, son. Dialect is the fucking sign language about crazy. The whole Leeds accent. I'm gonna have constant flashbacks to SENSA singing Louis Armstrong for the whole journey home. It was crazy. SENSA again round 2, final round. Dialect had that choke, man. It's kind of hard to. It does fuck up momentum. It's what it is. He had a couple decent battles with Like Joe and the Dark Knight back to the chest. That was whole dope, but on the water gun that was crazy. But it was well enough. SENSA had 2 hard schemes on the third. The whole just cause they ain't street. You know what I mean? Now the easy life was crazy, son. Fucking catch more bodies than dancing on ice. It's the whole game show build up. Done. Hella close battle, but SENSA got over.
Sniper judging the SENSA Dialect. I go 2-1 SENSA. We got Dialect. Crazy battle. Just the third round was amazing by SENSA. The scheme was great. Great battle.
What's going on, man? It's East Volume 2 here at another classic fucking Don't Flop event. The main event of the day. We have my dude Dialect from Dub Wire, Don't Gas, going against SENSA, the fucking Don't Flop original, man. It was a unanimous judge's decision. The winner of this main event is SENSA. Make some
One of the best rappers in the country. Shout out Justin who came to see me today.
Yeah, big ups to everyone, fucking high rise, WI Leeds City all day, you get me? It's been a fucking classic rap.